Hey YouTube, it's been a while. Kind of getting ahead of myself here. Started on this thing and I forgot to film any of it. Okay, so what we got here is a 73, I think. I think it's pronounced a cheetah boat. It's got a 70 Evinrude on it. Power trim, all that good stuff. It's a hideous looking boat, I can guarantee you that. But I started tearing the deck off of it. It's an old bass boat. It's when they first came out with bass boats. Got a trailer. I have a title for the boat. I got to work something out for the trailer yet. Excuse me. Boat title is going to be a little bit interesting. I got to work on that too. But anyhow, I do have a title for it. But the boat, the motor runs good. Now, you guys have been asking me about videos from the John boat. You know, what have I done with it? What am I going to do with it? And I was planning on doing some more stuff with the boat. I actually had stuff lined up. I've been buying stuff, trolling motors and whatnot, which I'll show you here, maybe this video. But I've got myself a foot control trolling motor and a few other things. But anyway, I don't have the boat anymore. The John boat is gone. And I know some of you guys are gonna be upset because you didn't get to see it in action and all that. I'm sorry about that. I had stickers on it. It was ready to roll, and I was on Craigslist, and this guy had this boat up, and didn't have a price on it. Just said, I'm willing to trade for a John boat. So I was like, and he said the motor ran like 3 years ago or something. So I was like, all right. So I went up to look at it, and the motor looked pretty complete, pretty good. And the John boat, I didn't have any money tied up in that either because I traded to get that. So went ahead and decided to trade the guy. I traded him that and the 5.5 horse Johnson. I still have the 18, but I got rid of the 5.5 because I wasn't ever going to use that anyway. So I traded that John boat and the 5.5 Johnson for this machine. And you guys are probably thinking I'm crazy, but yeah. So I got it home. It took me 2.5 hours to get it home because I got it up in northern West Virginia. So I had to go all the way up there through PA and all that to get to this thing. But anyway, I got this thing home yesterday. I started messing with this motor. Gotta do some work on the trim. It wants to go down, but it won't go up. It won't do anything. So there's a wiring issue I gotta figure out. But aside from that, it took me all of about 2 minutes to get this thing to start. And it's been sitting for 3 years. It's a 74, I think. Runs like a top. Forward and reverse, everything works. Runs good for sitting for 3 years. Little engine start, prime the gas a little bit, runs like a top, runs great. So anyway, 70 horse, 3-cylinder, and so it's got, check these out. I took this out of the boat. Original Evinrude tanks, 6 gallon, I think. They might be a 5 gallon. It doesn't say. 5 or 6 gallon tanks. They're a little bit bigger. These are 4 gallon tanks. So this is a little bit bigger. I think it's probably a 5, maybe a 6. But anyway, I got 2 of those. Look how good, look how clean those are. They're awesome. So they didn't have anything in them, so I opened the cap on there and looked inside. I was expecting it to be rusty, shiny, clean, looks good. So they're clean. I got 2 of those. They're in the back of the boat here. This cover opens up here, and if you can see down inside, there's another one in there. But anyway, it's got, this is neat, it's got a toggle switch here. You can just slip tanks for so that's kind of cool. It's got an anchor and stuff in here, a few other things that are neat. It's got what's left of a trolling motor. The seats at one point were really nice. Not anymore. Anyway, so I'm cutting it out. I'm cutting all this rod out, ripping all the plywood out. I think it may have a fiberglass floor in it. I'm not sure. Or it could be plywood that's been fiberglassed, because it seems pretty decent, except for like right there's a drain and it's really soft on that. So we'll see if I can save the floor. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, so that's it. It needs needs a steering cable. That's junk, clearly. But anyway, so yeah, like I said, it's the old John boat's gone. This boat will be the new project boat. This will be video 1 of that. And so yeah, we'll get her going. Like, well, it already runs. All I gotta do is fix the boat up. So we'll check this out, and it's 15 foot. I think it's like 5.5 foot wide. It's not real wide. It's kind of a narrow boat. It's sort of like a John boat. It's just oversized and it's fiberglass. But with a 70 on it, being 15 foot, this thing ought to be a missile in the water. So yeah, we're gonna try that out and see how that works. But anyway, that's what I got going so far, and hopefully I'll put some more video clips in here, I think. If you guys have any questions, just comment below. I'll get to them when I can. And if you like the video, click a like, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I've got 300 and some subscribers now, which is totally awesome. And I know you guys are into boats, so that's why I was like, you know what, my other boat's just about done. So, hey, why not? So we got a new boat project. So we'll get this thing tricked out and then see what we can do with it. Alright, I've done some work to it. Don't mind the chainsaw noise in the background. Neighbors are cutting trees down. So anyway, looks a little different after a day of, well, a couple days of working on it. Ripped all the carpet out and plywood and everything else that was in here. Cleaned everything out. It stripped, took everything off. It was screwed down. The only thing I have not taken loose yet is this console. Cut all the wires on it. Somebody's probably going to say something about that, but none of this stuff works, so I don't really care. I could not get steering cable loose from the motor. I've been messing with that, and it's, I don't know, I might have to do some work with that yet. Yeah, I cleaned all this stuff out. There's actually roaches in this boat. I'm pretty sure that's what they were. It was disgusting. There was like a pile of them in here, and I think I got them all out now. So there's the old carpet and some of the, I got like 4 trash bags of stuff, and then I've got my wheelbarrows full of stuff, and then I've got that pile there. So yeah, I gotta go to the dump tomorrow. I'm gonna let all the stuff up and take it out of here. I don't want it sitting around here. It's nasty looking. This house is bad enough as it is. I don't really need junk laying around. So by the way, I haven't been putting up a lot of videos, and some of you might be wondering why. I've been working on my house, and I've been doing a lot of other things. As you can see, it needs a paint job. So I've been working on trying to get that done. I was started on it last year, and I didn't get everything done. So yeah, so I got like thousands of projects going at one time, so it takes me a while to get stuff done. But anyway, so that's what I got so far on the boat. The guy originally had a platform, if you guys saw in the first part of the video, it was up here. It went right up to the edge of this. So if you had gear and stuff up here, and it just rolled right off the boat into the water. So I didn't like that setup at all, so I ripped all that out. What I'm going to do is my platform's going to come up to right, like right here. So I still have this side to keep gear from rolling out. That's what I'm going to do with the front. What I'm going to do, the floor is fiberglass, it's plywood fiberglass over it. It's pretty solid for most of the boat. There's a couple little soft spots. I know it's the right thing to do is to cut all this fiberglass out, rip everything out, put new stringers. I'm not doing all that. It's pretty solid to walk on. It may be rotted underneath, I don't know, but as far as walking on it, it's fine. So I'm just going to get like 1/2 inch treated plywood. I know a lot of guys in the last boat were flipping out that I used that OSB. I put deck stain on it to keep it waterproof, but nobody liked that idea. Well, some people didn't like it. So this time around, I'm just going to go ahead and use a 1/2 inch treated plywood and then wrap it with leftover carpet that I had from the last build. So yeah, that's that. And then back here, my fuel tanks are going back here, obviously. I'm going to build a boxed deck type thing, put a seat cushion on it, put a back on it so people can sit in the back of the boat, and then they'll be removable as well. So I can pop those cushions out too. If me and another guy are fishing, he'll have something to stand on. I may put a base in there. You can set up a pedestal seat. I don't know what I'm doing with that yet. Right now I'm just trying to get it done up enough that I can use it. It's mostly me fishing. I got a couple guys I fish with. I might have another guy fishing, but I mean, he can stand up in the back. It's not going to kill him. So my biggest thing is getting the front set up for me with the trolling motor and all that. But anyway, that's what I got going there. Pretty much I'm getting this thing, oops, sorry about the camera bump there. Trying to get this thing cleaned up. I got it pretty much stripped out. Steering cable. I'm not sure what's going on here. Okay, obviously this screws onto here, this screws onto here. You take it loose, this is supposed to pull out, which it has some, but this part over here is supposed to come out as well, and it's not. It won't budge. I've sprayed it with PV Blaster, it will not move. So there's a sleeve that goes inside the motor here. It's actually the pivot point for the motor, goes up and down. I'm wondering if it's not corroded inside. I may have to replace that sleeve as well. We'll get into that. I gotta talk to my buddy that works on boats, so see what he says. I'm gonna post this video. It's gonna be kind of long, but it'll be fine.